Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Shocker Family Connections. My name is Tia Hill. I'm Assistant Director in the Office of Student Involvement. I do apologize for the big glare behind my head. The sun is shining, which means it's going to be a great day, but that may keep you from being able to see everything. So I do apologize for that. As I mentioned before, you're here. This is our last installment of Shocker Family Connections, and it's with Alicia Newell, who's going to be talking to us about the resources and services and support matters that are here at Wichita State to continue to support our parents and family members of Shockers. Before I get started, I do want to remind you, if you're viewing this from YouTube, that you can enter your comments in the comment section at any time, but you will need to log into that. If you're viewing this from Facebook Live, you can enter your comments in the comment section, or enter your questions in the comment section at any time. So we hope you enjoyed today's presentation. If at any point you do have questions, remember to drop those in the comments. And at this time, I'm going to introduce to you Alicia Newell, who's our Assistant Vice President for Student Affairs. Hi, Alicia.
Hey, Tia. All right, so good morning and welcome to Shocker Nation. We are excited to have you joining us today for this program. I really wish that I could be meeting with you all in person, but this is the next best thing that we're able to do. As a part of the Shocker family, you, our parents, are one of the most important partners that we could ever have. Working together for your student success is vital in ensuring that we are helping them each step getting closer to achieving their goal. We are now wrapping up week 6, I believe, of classes, and your students will probably have taken a couple exams, maybe quizzes. Either way, whether they are in class, in person, or if they're working remotely, they should know and have a really good idea of where they're at within the course. If students are struggling right now, a really good opportunity is making sure that they are staying connected with resources to help them get back on track. And I share that with you, parents, because a lot of times this is typically the time frame where students get really overwhelmed. They feel like, man, there's no way out of this. I have to drop the class. And we're not even at the midterm point yet. And so reminding your students that they got this, instilling positive vibes and enforcements, and encouraging them to reach out for help if that's needed. As always, we are here to help every step of the way. And hopefully you are receiving our monthly newsletter. And so for our families who are connected already, thank you. For families who are, really interested in learning more of ways to stay connected with and engaged with the university, I really encourage you to go to our website, wichita.edu/family. And on the website, you'll be able to click and RSVP to join the listserv, which will send our monthly newsletter out the first Friday of every month. And in the newsletter, it's really an opportunity for us to, one, not only help keep you educated on what's going on campus. Tia's going to show us, if you go scroll down a little, there is a link right there that says our Shocker Family Newsletter. If you click on that link, it will automatically take you to the page. You'll put information in. You'll be able to read our current family newsletter. You can also sign up, review previous family newsletter. But within each newsletter, not only do we give you what's currently happening on campus. I'm an alum of the university, and campus today is significantly different from campus when I was a student. And so making sure that all of the changes that are happening on campus and opportunities for your students to get engaged, as well you as the parent. And not only are we giving you updates about campus and the university, we're also helping to give you tips and tricks and reminders of things that you can help nudge your student along the way. As a parent myself, I am constantly trying to juggle and remember, okay, what does my student need to be doing now? What should we be preparing for? And it's really nice to get those reminders of, hey, I need to begin to remind my student that it's time to meet with their academic advisor next month. They need to schedule their appointment, especially if they need specific schedules, because appointments book up really quickly. When it's time to file your FAFSA, I'm a first generation college student. And so I remember going into my second year of college and I was like, where's my financial aid? And no one had told me that my family had to reapply for financial aid every year. And so it's nice to get those little reminders. And we also give you conversation starters. This is something that I feel is really important, because sometimes as parents, we don't know how to have some of these tough conversations with our students. And really, at what point and stage in their journey should you be having some of these conversations? And so we'll give you tips and conversation starters on things that you should be asking your student and at which point in their journey, which is really nice. In addition, the resources on campus of ways for them to get connected and engaged. We want your student to feel like they not only belong on campus, but they're a part of campus. And that makes a huge difference. When your student feels like they belong and that this is now their home, they will thrive and they will succeed. And that's what our hope and goal is for every shocker. And so making sure that you're helping us help get them connected, so that we can make sure that their success is our success. Last thing that I will share is that throughout the academic year, we will continue some of these series of connecting with our families. We will have a monthly video that we'll send out with a topic. I believe in October we're meeting with campus safety, and talking about how are we keeping your students safe on campus. With student health, we'll be meeting with campus police. And so there are opportunities that if you have questions or concerns or comments, ways for us to go from good to great. It's an opportunity for us to meet you where you're at, and help answer your questions, and really helping to you feel more connected to the Shocker family. One of the things that I will highlight that we are sending out to students is our new student planners. And so these came in and we are excited to get these in the hands of your students. One of the things that in my tenure here at Wichita State, I think I'm going on 17 years, the number one issue and challenge that a lot of our students face is time management, whether that's managing their schedules, trying to balance work life, personal, and how do we keep that all in a flow where they can stay healthy as well as on track. And so by utilizing a planner, it's something that we hope students will use to better help manage their time. There's a lot of resources in the planner of where students can go for help. Students can pick up a planner in the Radigan Student Center, here in my office in room 231, down at the information desk at Shocker Hall, the suites. They're also available at campus recreation, the library, various stops on campus. And so please remind your student to pick up their planner if they've not already done so. Other than that, there have been a couple questions that I've been asked lately from parents that I thought that I would address today. One of them is what does classes look like come November? And so remember, in November we will have an extended Thanksgiving break, and so beforehand we would start a little later in the week. Now we're starting at the beginning of the week. When students are on Thanksgiving break, If your student chooses to go home, we are encouraging them to stay home over the break. If your student is living in the resident halls, this does not mean that they have to pack up all of their belongings and take it home with them. They can keep their stuff here. But we do ask that, if they're going home, that they stay home during that time. If they want to come back, they can, but just knowing that they need to make sure that they're practicing social distancing and proper sanitizing and all of that to make sure that they and our campus community stay safe. And so when students, once Thanksgiving break takes place, we will no longer have in-person classes. All classes from there forward will be going 100% remote. And so what this means is that your student will have their final exams online. And if your student at all has any issues or challenges with technology at home, having access to internet, maybe a laptop, please let them know that they should contact us, and we will be able to get them connected with those resources prior to leaving for Thanksgiving break. If there's any technology issues that your students are having, a website that I want to remind you all of is our one-stop office. If at any time there's questions or how do I do this, it could be on anything, not only technology related, but it can also be on how to pay a bill, how to register for classes, add, drop a class. If you go to wichita.edu/one-stop, this is a service that is free to students, and a lot of times I myself go to One Stop because you can type in a question and they will pop up what the answer is. A lot of times there's screenshots. It's a phenomenal resource for students. They have a team of agents that work 365, 7 days a week, that are here to answer our students' questions. And so at any time you can pop a question in the search that will come up. If you prefer to talk to someone live, you can call and talk to someone. If they're not able to answer your questions, they will send us a ticket. We will respond to that within 24 to 48 business hours, and making sure that we're helping to meet your needs. And so again, there's a lot of resources here at Wichita State. I hope that you and your students know that we are here every step of the way. And at any time, if there's anything that we can do, do not hesitate to call upon us. My information is on our website at wichita.edu/student affairs. You can also find me at wichita.edu/soccer family. Our monthly newsletter has all of the contact information. And the one thing that we actually started this year that I'm excited about that's really taken off is if you're wanting to engage with other parents and just kind of get what is your experience? What is your student doing? Hey, have any of you seen this? If you are on social media, if you go to Facebook and join the Shocker Family Network. The Shocker Family Network is a page where it's parent to parent, and it's a lot of parents posting and asking questions, and also answering it from the parent perspective. It's one thing for us to give you the answers, but it's another thing to get some of that feedback from our own parents of, what are some of the things that their students are struggling with or experiencing. And this is such a great community where not only can you get your answers, your questions answered, but it's also another way just to kind of stay up to date of what's going on campus, and how other students and families are experiencing that. We will also from time to time drop in events that are happening on campus or just special reminders. But you can follow us on any of our social media platforms. And again, just know that we're here every step of the way. If there's any questions, I'm more than happy to take them. If not, that's pretty much all that I have. We are so excited that you joined us this week, and we really look forward to staying connecting with you in the future. Tia?
Just typing in another note to add to the comment section. Join the Shocker Family Network group on Facebook Tuesday. Connected with other parents and family members.
Can I add one more thing? I did forget something. Around this time, so typically in October, we see this as a time where students begin to feel homesick. And so if your student is experiencing any kind of homesickness, feeling depressed, anxiety because of exams, or maybe they're not able to go home for the holidays, there is a team of people on campus, the care team, yes, where we're on standby to help assist your student when life isn't so kind, or when things kind of feel fuzzy and blurry. And so if you go to wichita.edu/care, we talked about this earlier in the week, but if you missed it, I really encourage you to go back and check out that segment in the Wellness Family Connection series, because making sure that we are able to provide your student wraparound services will definitely help enhance their personal and academic success. A lot of times when I'm meeting with students, they are sharing that, when I ask, have you talked to your family about this? Have you talked to anyone? And a lot of times they say no. And when I ask them why, the number one reason is because they don't want to disappoint their family. And so we are on this huge campaign of letting our students know that it's okay to not be okay. It's okay not to know where to go for help. It's okay to feel down. It's okay to have anxiety when you're having to take a test or go into a new environment. But it's not okay to struggle through things alone. And so whether it's homesickness, depression, maybe it's financial issues, maybe it's food or housing insecurity, it could be relationship problems. Again, I've been here for 17 years, so I am no longer surprised at some of the challenges our students face. And so if you recognize, there's a difference in them, something's not right. I'm wondering if, they're, taking medication, whatever it is. If you have to pause or something makes you pause, or if there's a red flag. The best advice given to me one time is do not get into the habit of collecting red flags. It takes one red flag, which normally will lead us back to later after we've collected a lot. That is, if I would have done something at this moment, it would have prevented all of the rest. And so if there's a red flag, or if something gives you pause, take time to go to wichita.edu/care, submit a report that will come directly to me and my team, and we will be reaching out to your student. And just letting them know, hey, we got you. Let's get you connected with some resources. If it's something that is a emergency, something that you perceive as a crisis, and maybe there's self to harm or some other things that are going, please call 911 and then submit a report so that we know that we need to be monitoring and reaching out as well. Again, we can't do this work without you. And at the end of, your students' 4 to 5 years, having the opportunity to celebrate with them and greet them at the end of the stage and give them high fives and hugs and letting them know that you did this. And a lot of their success is built on the shoulders of their family and how their family supports them and pushes and encourages them throughout this time frame. There may be times where your students want to give up. There may be times, I had a student in my office not too long ago who didn't feel like they were in the right major. And I said, okay, we started talking about what they were passionate about, what they enjoyed. And when it came down to it, they were studying engineering, but they really loved the social sciences. And so when I asked, why haven't you changed your major? It was the pressure of the family. And so we had to do a lot of research and talking about what are opportunities within this career field that they could present to the family. And so using college as an opportunity to let your student figure out, number one, who they are and the person that they ultimately want to become. And at the end of the day, knowing that their happiness will be your happiness, and supporting them in that journey. We can't make decisions for them. We can only guide them. And our hope is that together we can guide them to be successful. We can guide them to continue to be proud Shockers, and ultimately one day contribute to the overall wellness of our community. And so, again, we are here every step of the way. If there's anything that we can ever do to support you or your student, know that we're here on standby. Thanks for joining us, and I look forward to hopefully meeting you soon on campus again, and if not, connecting with you throughout our monthly events with our Shocker Family Connections and our newsletter.
All right. Thank you again, Alicia. For all the folks that have joined us this week, thank you. We know it's not normal. We hope to invite you all to campus next year for Family Weekend, so we can meet in person and we can connect, share food, share stories, and be a family once again. So no matter where you are, we're here to support you, and we hope that you continue to reach out to us and stay connected on campus. Thank you again.